Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Harakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who want to teach well, and hearty shalom to the elect. All right, it's your brother Karat is back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, and as you can see in the thumbnail, all right, from a picture I saw on social media, and it says Pakistan is developing intercontinental ballistic missiles that could hit the U.S. All right, and we know that the Lord is going to allow these nations to burn America with fire. Okay, and the way that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is going to allow these nations to burn America with fire, all right, is through intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, so let me look up what an ICBM is. All right, an ICBM or intercontinental ballistic missile is a missile with a range of at least 5,000 kilometers or 3,410 miles and is capable of delivering nuclear warheads to very distant targets. All right, so let's look up, Pakistan to America. The shortest distance between Pakistan and the United States is approximately 7,560 miles. All right, and here goes a map of it right here. All right, well, it's in an intercontinental ballistic missile definition. All right, it goes about 4,000 miles. All right, and with it going about 4,000 miles, all right, it may reach some part of the ocean, all right, or maybe somewhere in this area. I'm not sure, all right, somewhere in this area over here, or it may could just hit America, all right. And I say that it may could just hit America because the Lord's Spirit is going to be on these missiles, all right. Let me go here, all right. This is Jeremiah, I think it's 25. Maybe it's 33 and 25. Let me see. All right, this is Jeremiah 25 and 31. It says, a noise shall come even unto the ends of the earth, for Yahweh hath a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, says Yahweh. All right, the sword that's coming is those intercontinental ballistic missiles, okay? All right, there's other forms of a sword because a sword is just a killing instrument. But most importantly, since we're on the topic of missiles, all right, the sword that's going to punish and destroy America is those ICBMs, okay? All right, it says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. And the slain of Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. Howl ye shepherds, and cry, and wallow yourselves in the ashes, ye principal of the flock, for the days of your slaughter and of your dispersions are accomplished, and ye shall fall like a pleasant vessel. And the shepherds shall have no weights to flee, nor principle of the flock to escape. All right, the Lord's going to have these missiles out here, and nobody's going to be able to escape them, all right? The Lord's slain is going to be from one end of the earth even to the other, all right? But with Pakistan, when, I'm not gonna say if, but when I say when, I'm gonna say when Pakistan gets these missiles, all right, the Lord's gonna have His Spirit on these missiles to reach here in America. Okay, all right. This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 7. All right. This is Joel 2:7. It says, "They shall run." If you read up, it's talking about these missiles. If you read up, it's talking about these thermonuclear missiles. Okay. It says here, "They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march every one on his way, and they shall not break their ranks." All right, these missiles, they're gonna go in the order or in the path the Lord Yahweh Shemashai wants them to go into. All right. He says, neither shall one thrust another. That's another key indicator right there that these are missiles, because missiles come from out of their silo with propulsion system behind it being flame or fire, thrusting it through the air. All right. It says, "They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded." All right, America, or Donald Trump and these Americans that love this place, all right, they want to build up a golden dome, another form of a missile defense system to protect this land. All right, well, the Lord is not going to allow this land to be protected, whether they set up this golden dome system or whatever other type of missile defense system that they have, whether it be in NORAD or somewhere in these wayward cities. All right, it says here, "They shall not be wounded." All right, they're going to hit their marks. They're not going to be deterred or stopped from these missile defense systems that are set up and or could potentially be set up. All right, it says, "They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses, and they shall enter in at the windows like a thief." Are they gonna come into this aerospace, all right, or this space, this I can't remember what it's called, man. But they're gonna come into they're gonna come into America's airspace, okay, all right, and the Lord's gonna guide them there, okay. So yeah, it said a thermonuclear missile, all right, is an intercontinental ballistic missile. Its range is about 5,000 or 4,410 or 3,410 miles. But these nations, they're going to come together and they could get closer to America via naval ships, planes, fighter jets. All right, the Lord is going to have these things dropped from or shot off from many different avenues, and the Lord could put it in the system or in the minds of these people to launch off thermonuclear missiles that's in these silos, and these people that are working in these silos to shoot them on America themselves. I'm just saying the Lord could do that. I'm not saying that's what He's going to do, but I'm saying the Lord could do that, right? But they can use all types of vehicles, whether it be land, sea, or air, to get these missiles as close as possible to America from one end of the earth into the other, okay? It says here, it says, "They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. Excuse me, the earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining." That's going to happen because they're going to be mushroom clouds, man, okay? All right? And you hear all these terror plots and attacks against certain cities here in America that could possibly be coming because of what America did to Iran. All right. Don't think that it won't happen. Okay. Don't think that it can't happen. Okay. We got right here. This is Isaiah 34. In verse 1, it says, come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people. Let the earth hear and all that dwell there and all that is therein, the world and the things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations. So the righteous anger of all of Yahweh Shema Shai is upon all these nations, all right? And his fury upon all their armies. And if you read Second Ezra the 13th chapter, it's gonna tell you what the Lord's gonna do to these armies of these other nations, okay? It says, He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. The slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up of their carcasses out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. All right, blood everywhere, guts everywhere. A lot of people destroyed, just like we read in Jeremiah the 25th chapter. The slain of the Lord is going to be from one end of the earth even unto the other. All right, it's going to be a lot of dead people. Okay, this is verse 4. This is going to back up where it says in Joel the 9th chapter about the it's about the this Jeremiah that's like it Joel the 2nd chapter, where talking about the sun and the moon and the stars are going to withdraw their shining. I'm about to read why. It says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all the hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. The thermonuclear missile smoke, all right, is going to be a mushroom cloud. All right, so it's going to be pitch dark blackness everywhere. All right, these missiles are not going to only come just from Pakistan, Iran, North Korea, China, Russia. They're going to come from a lot of places, man. Okay, if you pay attention to the news, Canada just said they ending their relationship with America. Also, China, they had this reaction to, I mean, not China, but Japan, the Japanese individuals, they had this, different reaction because of what America did to Iran, all right? But nonetheless, it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment, and it's you Edomites, who the Lord's sword is going to come down upon, all right? This land America, all right? These people here in America are going to be destroyed, all right? It says here, the sword of Yahweh is filled with blood, and it is made fat with fatness, and the blood of the lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh hath a great sacrifice in Basra, and a slaughter in the land of Idumea. All right, I'm gonna keep reading. The slaughter is gonna be here. It's gonna be here in America. And a unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and the dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. All right, and that word controversy, all right, it's for the cause of Zion. All right, the Lord is going to recompense our enemies everything that they did unto us, unto them. All right, for the cause of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right, because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. All right, because the people that are in Jerusalem aren't the Lord's people, and those that are supposed to belong in the land of Israel aren't there anymore. All right, but the Lord's going to put us back in that place. Okay. All right, let me get this in 2 Peter. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, Salakia. And verse 10, it says, but the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. All right, that's what's going to happen, man. All right, when these nations start shooting their intercontinental ballistic missiles over here to America, everything that you see is going to be on fire. Your house, your car, your clothes, your dog, your kids, your woman, your man. All right, everything here is going to be burnt up, because none of this stuff was gotten in a righteous way. All right. One thing that I mean by that is you got to pay interest and stuff on all the things that you get, and your interest is way more than the principal. Okay. So you're paying more on the interest than you are the principal on everything that you have in that you are in debt for. So they're collecting more money from you in the long term when you pay your debt, because you're paying mostly on the interest and not the principal. Okay. So they keep you as a debt slave. But the scriptures say when somebody has a debt to you, you don't charge them usury. All right. But everything here in America is built on usury. Okay. But everything that you see, own, and believe everything that you see and own here is gonna be burnt up. Okay. It says, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That's what's coming. The elements, anything that has atoms or some type of particle in it, okay, is going to be burnt up. The grass is going to be burnt up. The trees are going to be burnt up here. You could be burnt up here. I could be burnt up here. Who knows where the mercy of the Lord is going to fall upon. But everything that you see is going to be burnt up, man. These intercontinental ballistic missiles, when they come from these nations, the Lord's Spirit is going to be on them, just like I had read in the book of Joel. They're not going to miss their mark. They're going to hit everywhere they're supposed to hit, okay? And that's what the will of the Lord is, okay? All right? We can't sway. Nobody can sway away from the will of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. All right? No matter how much you want to or you think you can, it's not going to happen, okay? Verse 13, it says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, which we are you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians, look for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that place that's coming, that's going to be dwelling with righteousness, is going to start with the Heavenly Father and His Son. All right. And then us as the Israelites, we're going to have those laws, statutes, commandments in our inward parts. Okay. But as these nations prepare themselves for war against America, all we have to do is remain strong and remain faithful and continue to hope in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Al Shai. All right, and if we continue to hope in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Al Shai, the Lord is going to be merciful unto you, man. All right, because that hope goes along with that trust and that belief in the Lord. And if you have that hope and that trust and belief in the Lord can deliver you, man. All right, because it's going to be great hell that's coming. All right, and you're going to want to make it out of the things that you see, but you're not going to make it up out of them if you don't trust in the Lord. All right, so war is coming. World War III is coming, and thermonuclear missiles will be shot from these other nations to America. All right, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Let me say that. All right, Lord Williams edified to the next time. Shalom.